Hey guys, how's it going? I just wanted to pop in quickly today to do a little review on a product I recently started using, the VivoSmart HR. I'll give you a quick little look at this guy. So I've got the purple band. I've had this for just over 2 weeks now. So just a little bit of my, I guess, like first impressions with the first 2 weeks. I was looking for a fitness tracker, something that I could wear all the time. I'm really a big fan of tracking heart rate, and I noticed in the last couple months while I was teaching that I was getting out of breath while teaching yoga. And I think my cardio has always been a weak point for me. And last year, I would say for the from like June till December was minimally active for me. With my wrist injury and all that, I just kind of let everything fall, and I was teaching but nothing else. So anyway, my cardio was getting really bad, and sometimes you can notice I'm out of breath even here. So that was a goal for me this year, and I want to track over. My goal is like maybe wear it over the next year and get myself to a level of fitness where I don't need to have it every day. But I wanted something that can do heart rate. So I was checking out a couple different products. I looked at the Fitbit HR. I looked at the Vivo Fit 2, which I could use the Garmin band, which I have for my running watch. But I would have had to get a new one because the band that I have is from a long time ago, so it's an older model. So I would have had to get a new band. Plus, I considered that, and I know it would have been really accurate, but it also would have been really tedious to wear that band all the time. So I opted for a wrist-based heart rate after watching a whole bunch of reviews online and also trying the band on, because I tried on the Fitbit the Charge HR as well as this one, and the Charge really felt uncomfortable. And I also took it as a sign that the demo model that I was trying on, the actual metal part, was broken. So if you're going to wear something like all day, every day for an extended period of time, I wanted to make sure it was something that wasn't going to break. When I tried on the VivoSmart HR for the first time, it's a really soft rubber. It's really like gummy, really flexible. It's awesome. And then the clip here, sorry, this clip is metal. So you've got a nice metal enclosure. And I've pretty tiny wrists. So the purple is the regular size. So I have it so that when it's cinched up, I've only got two little notches available to be seen. So it's pretty snug. It holds on. The band doesn't come out. It has this little tab that holds it in, so it's all there in place, which is really essential that I've learned with the wrist-based heart rate. You don't want any wiggling happening. You want to stay pretty much in place. Now I found a spot now where it's quite comfortable. I'm just kind of giving you guys my experience over the last 2 weeks. At first, I almost felt, I was taking it off at night, and I was almost feeling like the part where the heart rate is viewed is actually, it sticks out a little bit into your skin, and I felt like I actually had a little bit of bruising at first. I don't know whether it was there wasn't any color, but it felt really tender, like I had it on too tight or just in the wrong spot, and it was a little uncomfortable. I was a little worried. But I've found a spot that's really comfortable. It's about 2 inches from my wrist, 1 inch, 2 inches. I don't know, good spot. It's really comfortable. I'm wearing it at night now, so it's also tracking my sleep. But like I said, the biggest thing I was after, in essence, I wanted something that was going to motivate me to move. So being able to track my heart rate throughout the day. Using the app is awesome. I really am a fan of the app. If you are going to, just a word of advice with the app, if you're going to be turning the wristband off at night, if you're not going to be wearing it at night or you're only going to be wearing it sometimes, it seems like the app has a hard time, for some reason, has a hard time of deciphering what time it is. And so my heart rate stats were, say it was like 4 p.m. and I synced, I'd have this like, this heart rate bar, but it would end at like 8 p.m. or it'd end at like a couple hours later or before. It's like it was having a hard time figuring out what time it was. So keeping it on all the time and regularly syncing has made it so that I can have that regular progress. Now, another thing that I have yet to figure out, I might send Garmin an email and find out exactly how to get this as accurate as possible. But the heart rate, sometimes it's like spot on and sometimes it dips down. I'll be like, I was on the treadmill doing 6 kilometers an hour today, like a pretty fast-paced walk. And on the treadmill, it was saying I was at like 130, 140 beats per minute. But on the wristband, it said 72. When I'm actually running, it was perfect. But right now, because I'm training and getting myself to that point to actually run for a full 20 minutes, I was doing 1 minute running, 1 minute walking, 1 minute running back and forth. And so that alternating, I guess my heart rate was raising and lowering. So, excuse me, in order for this to monitor my intensity minutes, the goal is to have 150 intensity minutes a week in like a certain kind of target heart zone. But it will not, the catch is it will not give you any bonus point. It won't give you any points unless you get a minimum of 10 minutes straight. So I was on the treadmill for 20 minutes and I was running I probably ran 12 minutes of it because I tried to push myself a little and I didn't get any credit for it. I mean, I still, my body's getting it. And I'm writing these things down in my passion planner, so I know when I'm being active and I can track it like that and all that other stuff. But it's kind of nice that if I'm having this device that can track all these things, that it actually happens. Whereas last night I did a 60-minute Zumba class and I got 72 minutes. So I guess it evens out in the end. But I think and I know people have talked about this before, that it is a great wristband for cardio activities, for running, for cycling, for things that are sustained, but not so good for cross training, for like CrossFit or weight training or things where you have those extreme up and down. And it might be because it's optical heart rate that for some reason it needs that consistent pattern to be able to keep track. So I understand, I get it. It's up to me to kind of build myself up to that point. So right now I'm kind of in that building phase, but it does monitor the heart rate and it is pretty cool to see those changes throughout the day. Say you're driving and you're in a traffic jam and you're running late, your heart rate goes up and that gets monitored. Okay, aside from the heart rate stuff, which I still absolutely loved the device, and even though I'm not getting the points right now, I'm going to give you guys an update once I'm at the point of actually like running straight through for 20 minutes and what happens with that. What else about the device? Things that I didn't expect to love. I was just into the wrist-based heart rate. And it being a Garmin product, I love Garmin. I have a GPS watch that I use when I used to do long distance running. And so I'm very loyal to the brand and to the apps and the products and everything. So that was a deciding factor for me as well. Some things that I absolutely love about this piece that I didn't expect to is the move reminders. If you're sitting still for an hour or more, it gives you a little buzz to remind you to go do something, get up, get moving, which is cool. And it also has a little visual cue. There's a little bar that grows over time. So it gets you up and moving. For me, it's really easy for me to get caught up doing work on the computer, reading, sitting around watching YouTube, watching movies, whatever. So it is nice for that reminder. Something that is frustrating is as a yoga teacher, because I'm not walking around that much, when I'm teaching a class, even though my heart rate is shifting and I'm using my body and I'm stretching and I'm flexing muscles, it gives me move reminders. So that's, yeah. But I do like the move reminders. Being a smart themed watch, it also Bluetooth connects to my phone. So when I get a call, a text, an email, a Facebook message, whatever to my phone, I get a little buzz, and it actually shows me where the message is coming from. If it's a phone call, I can choose to actually accept or decline the call right on my wristband. So if I'm driving, for example, I have my wrist here, I can quickly look, oh, I should grab that, maybe I should pull over and grab the phone, or whatever. So I like having that little alert. It's also nice if you're in a loud place and you can't actually hear the dings of your phone, but you can feel the buzz. So that's really neat. You can also disable the alerts if you are getting buzzes at a time that you don't want to. Say you're in a quiet space, or you're teaching, or you're working, like having like a private session with someone, or an interview or meeting or whatever. Excuse me, I just ate a whole bowl of oatmeal. So you can turn this alert off. You can also control your music. So you have like the play, the next song, whatever. So if your phone's in your backpack and you've got like your headphones in, you can control your music from the wristband. What else do I got here? It's touch screen. So in order to scroll through, you just slide. So that's how many steps I've done today. It starts off with 7,500 as the goal. And what I've noticed with it is it actually, as you hit the goal, it'll add maybe like 100 or 200 more steps as the goal for the next day. And it makes it achievable, which is really intelligent. I really love that part. This is how many floors I've walked today, how many flights of stairs. This is my intensity minutes for the week. So every Monday it resets. So that's my 74 minutes from Zumba yesterday. My heart must have been going like crazy. It was my first Zumba class ever. Side note. This is approximately how many calories I've burned. This I don't really pay too much attention to. It's kind of nice to see, and it's good to know that I need to eat more food than normal when I have a higher calorie burning day. That's approximately how many kilometers I have traveled. There's that music play section. Weather, I've only had it come through once, but that's something I really don't need the weather on my wristband. So I'm okay that it's not coming through. Those are some messages. So if you want, say I want to read the message from Lisa there. So I've got a message, and then I click the message. I can choose to either read or dismiss. I've already read the message on my phone, so I can dismiss, and then it's going to disappear, and then there'll be 2 messages left. Cool. Okay, next thing, there's the heart rate. So I've got my daily average. The average is quite low, but I find that watching the sleep tracking, the heart rate drops down a lot at nighttime, especially in the deep sleep cycle. And then back to the time. And then it can also be viewed sideways. And there's just a single button. So you've got the touch screen and then a single button, and that can take you to there you can see a little bit. So it takes me to a different screen where I have control over some other extra settings. And that's also how you turn off and on the device. The battery for me is lasting approximately 5 days. To charge the device, it takes like 15-20 minutes, which is amazing. And you don't have to charge it all the way. The Bluetooth with my phone, I have a Samsung Galaxy S6, and all the syncing and using the app has been glorious. What else can I tell you? I'm a big fan of this device. After getting this, like 2 days later, my sister went and bought the Vivo Fit 2, and she loves it. She didn't care too much about the heart rate. She just wanted something that was going to track her activity levels. And then, of course, my whole family likes to be competitive and stuff. So now my mom went and bought the exact same product because she wants to track her heart rate as well. So it's really neat. Everybody's getting into it. So this whole like fitness tracker thing, I'm a huge fan of the trend. Trends in the last like 5 years the things that I've paid attention to, I'm a big fan of trends. When they're like good for your health, I think it's cool because some people are wearing these things and actually doing activity that wouldn't otherwise. For me, I have that competitive spirit, and I like to approach things like it's a game. So the fact that, okay, well, I still have 2,000 steps to make today. Well, I should go like walk some flights of stairs or stand up more often. It's just getting me moving and getting my body into this routine of moving more. And to tie this all back to the essence of my channel and why I post videos and why I'm here, I'm very nutrition focused, following a high carb vegan diet and lifestyle. And in the 2 weeks that I have had this device, my digestion has improved so much. I sometimes actually go to bed at night not bloated, which is a miracle for me. Having celiac disease, having a history of a lot of intestinal inflammation, and to wake up in the morning with like a flat stomach, it's pretty nice. Actually, let me show you guys. I'll show you guys if I can find this. So here is, I'll show you a picture of my stomach from just before I got this device. Okay, so that's my stomach just before. Woo! Maybe you can see, maybe you can't. Let's try that again. Pretty bloaty. I love how the screen's yellow. Okay, anyway, pretty puffy stomach. So that was January 5th. And that is a picture from yesterday or the day before. No kidding. Okay, so getting moving. My body is just able to use up all the energy that's flowing through my blood, and I'm feeling awesome. Getting the heart rate up is good for so many things. Anyway, this video has dragged on a long time. To summarize everything, I am a massive fan of the VivoSmart HR. If you have any comments or questions down below, please post them. If you have any comments or questions, please post them down below. If you have experienced, if you have a fitness tracker of any sort, let me know what you've thought about the different ones. I still have people asking me about them, so the more that I can learn about them, the more that I can share. Don't forget to like this video, and if you haven't subscribed already, I'd love you to subscribe. Take care, and I will talk to you guys very soon. Bye.